Yo, 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 welcome everybody to TCR, Trinity Competitive Racing. We are here for the Golden Class tonight for round number 13 of the Dutch Grand Prix, or Netherlands Grand Prix, or Zandvoort Grand Prix, whatever you like. And of course, we are in Season 12. We're on round number 13 of 15. So we're coming down to the final few races. We have this one and two others. And that will conclude this Season 12 in all. Will be done in just a few weeks right before the holidays. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving here. Most of us are from America. We had our Thanksgiving last week, so I hope everyone is doing all right. And we had an off week, and we are back at it here at the this twisty banked track, I guess you can say. I don't know what else you would. It's kind of an old school circuit. There's a lot of gravel traps all over. Little bit hard to overtake. But I think these drivers can get it done. We have 13 drivers on the grid tonight, including our championship contender, or I guess leader, you can say, Bats Plus. And due to the other championship rivals not even showing up today, it seems like he can... Can he clinch today? I think Bats Plus can clinch. Hold up, man. Here, this is some exciting stuff here. Hold up. Let me do the math. We gotta make sure. 30? Yeah, so he needs... Ooh, I don't know. I guess he would need to win the race. Because he's got a 30-point gap between himself and Silent, who is the next driver behind. So all he needs is, I guess, that 50... Well, I guess now with the fastest lap, 52 points. So if he wins today, he'll be in great shape. He might even clinch it today based off of the rivals. But I'll go over that right now. We have Bats Plus on the top of the championship at 176 points. With Silent, he is not here tonight, 142. Chargers, 132. He is also not here tonight. And Lataupe in fourth at 120. I don't see him either. And Just Jose with 113. I do see him in the Alpine. He's sitting P3 at the moment. So yeah, Bats Plus would need a win here tonight. And that should be the championship over. If he gets 18 and fastest lap, he's just going to be a little bit shy by a few points. So hopefully... I'm rooting for him to get it done here tonight. So hopefully the Williams driver can do just that with a few races left in the championship. But yeah, I'm here. So if I didn't mention, Seafreeze is on the mic tonight, and I'll be taking you all through tonight's proceedings. We are live on the YouTube and Twitch, so welcome everybody to tonight's race. Hope everyone is doing okay. And if you are an existing viewer or member, I appreciate it a lot for coming back after the off week. Definitely much appreciated. Hit that like button and subscribe if you aren't already. If you're new, welcome. We have a bunch of racing here tonight and as well tomorrow for the Platinum class. And get the word out that TCR will be starting in just about 15 minutes by the time the qualifying gets wrapped on up. We'll ride on board with Bats Plus as he set a purple first sector. Another purple sector by Bats. Bam Bam goes to the top of the board with a 12-2. Now let's see what Bats can do. Around this banked corner, I believe. I don't know what the banking is on that, but I think it's like 19 plus degrees. Bats Plus goes a 10.3. Wow. That's nice. Right on board with Captain in the Aston Martin. But yeah, it is just me tonight, so I do appreciate all the comments coming in. Keep some comments, questions. Blinn says good luck to all the drivers. Welcome, Blinn. So yeah, keep some comments rolling in, and we're going to have a nice, fun race here. Captain around the final corner. Seems like he's down on his time a little bit. Let's see if... Yeah, he's going to dip into the pits here. get himself another soft tire set. Now, because there's only 13 drivers, the alternate strategy, well, I don't know if that's even powerful here. To be honest, I have no idea. I just go in this blind. I don't know what the best strategy is around here, but I would definitely think that would I guess predetermine what you would do in a strategy, because if you can start 11, 12, or 13 on the alternate, it's better than starting at, you know, 18, 19th, or 20th. You have less cars to go through the field, so this might bring the bottom 3 into play here. If it is truly that powerful, you know, I wouldn't know. Maybe you guys would. But it does seem a little hazy out on track, as that's the, I think, AlphaTauri of, who's that, TJ. He did go for a little spin, or maybe he was just letting Jones get out of the way. That's what it looked like, actually. We'll go back on board with Jones here. Oh, he's still on an outlap, alright. How about Godeni? He's on a lap. In the Ferrari. Now, in real life, we saw them go using that high line through that corner. A lot of the drivers opted for the top line and grab that momentum. But in the game, you actually want to get more of a tighter line. As Godeni Weeb went really quick through that first sector, but it looks like he has to back out of this one. Little too much speed in that first part. Jones went for a spin in the first sector as well. Oh, there's the wall. So that's out of turn 1. He probably got on that curbing on the exit. The curbs are lethal here, especially that one that Jones just passed on the right. If you mount that, it's not the best for your car. And Latope is here. I thought he was missing earlier, but nope, he is here. So he's P2. He's having a really nice season in the Golden class. P4 currently. I don't think he's got a win. He's got a few second places, and he has an opportunity here to get another podium. So that's really good from the Haas driver. The other Haas driver, F1 Racer, reserving here tonight from the Silver class. Yep, that's a way to do it. Right across the gravel trap there. Hopefully he's not starting a lap, because he's got a bunch of grass and dirt on his tires now. I think he's coming in. Yes. Okay. Good. We'll go back on board with the Ferrari. A 10th up on his time. I guess a 10th down. I guess that's how you say it. Let's see. I think he's backing out of this one as well. So he's P4 at the moment. A few guys on out laps, including TJ and the Alpha T. I don't know if we're running, I think we're running the regular corner cutting here tonight, because it is not a street circuit here in TCR. We do a mixture of track limits. Although it is a tough lap to get it all together. There's a lot of little curbs and traction zones and high speed, low speed, different elevations. It's really hard to get a lap all together. And that's why you do see a few drivers in the 10s at the top 2. You have a few drivers in the 11s, a few in the 12s, and then a few that didn't even set a lap time yet. So it is quite difficult in that regard. We'll ride on board with TJ for a lap, as we have 8.5 left. It looks like Jones had a 5-place grid penalty from contact between himself and F1 Racer under qualifying. So that means Jones is going to be starting at the back of the field unless he can get a better lap time. It might have been just minimal contact, but yeah. Even though there's only 13 drivers out there, it is a small lap time. It's a small track. It's pretty tight. There's not much room to get out of the way, so you do have to be careful of that. TJ, purple middle sector, I like it. And even better, he's in an AlphaTauri. You know I'm biased towards that AlphaTauri. Alright, this is going to be a good one from TJ here. Let's open the DRS to the line. Going to be an improvement towards P3, 11-1. Nice. I always do say, I don't know if any drivers are watching, we'll go on board with bats. Towards the end of the season, in pretty much any league or any season, if you're not in the championship fight, a lot of the drivers usually cut back on their practice time and commitment, which is you hate to see, really, in any league, in any competitive standpoint. But we had a practice session, nice lap from Bats, improvement to a 10.377. It's going to extend his lead out there in first. But we, whoa. Yeah, let's try it on board with Bam Bam. But TCR had a practice session earlier on Monday. A lot of drivers got prepared for this week, and it's a great opportunity late in the season to put some practice in and claim a result. A nice solid finish, and I do see TJ definitely did that with that P3, now just P4 with Just Jose claiming that third position by a tenth. Bam Bam was up on his time, coming to the line now, should be another improvement. By 2/10, but he stays 7th in the Mercedes. Jones, every time I'm on board with Jones, he's always either in the fence or a gravel trap. We got one Williams up in front, and with this grid penalty, which we didn't see, but there's going to be another Williams at the back, unfortunately. STX retired. Let's see who else is up here. F1 Racer. We have 2 more races here in TCR. Today's Netherlands, of course. Next week is Mexico, December 7th through the 9th. And then the final week, December 14th to the 16th, we have the finale at USA. And for the Platinum class, that's the 100% race that the Platinum exclusive does get. It's changed from Britain last season to USA finale this season, so that's going to be interesting. Oh, there's a tire off track over there. If you were on board with F1 Racer, there's a tire just sitting on the edge of the track. That is interesting. The Platinum Class Championship's already wrapped up. Golden Class can be wrapped up tonight. F1 Racer goes 7th. And Silver Class is still open between a few drivers, so I would love a finale to go down to USA. In the Silver Class, it is still quite close between a few drivers. Sir Charles, Blinn, Camden, Luca, and there's a few other drivers all within still striking distance. We'll have to get the calculators out for that one, though. But tonight's the Golden Class, and Bats Plus does, like mentioned, and I'll mention a few more times as people come in and out, so forgive me for that. I don't want to sound like those guys on TV that mention, oh, if this driver finishes this place and this driver finishes here, you know, we can turn it upside down, do a little dance, and that guy can be the champion. No, we're not doing that here tonight. Bats, all he has to do is win tonight, and he clinches the title. If he doesn't, he'll do it next week. That's just as simple as that, and that's the only information you're going to get. It seems like Red Bull have turned back to their regular Red Bull livery. I don't know if that came with an upgrade or not, but I do prefer this one a lot more than the white. The white one looked good with the Honda, the special livery, but this is what I'm more used to, and I'm happy they brought it back. It was quite cool that they did have that special livery implemented into the game, but oh! Spinaroo. Watch out for we got a Ferrari coming through. Fire up Flow was able to avoid the crash to the line. Ooh, only a 10th up to P9, so he will want more. Let's see how many minutes are left here. 2.5, so if he can charge it back up, if he has enough fuel in, he can go again. Is Jones facing the wrong... Oh, I was gonna say. I thought he was facing the wrong way. I didn't think that I never knew that track section right there. Now that he's on the mediums, he's going to give it a go, which I do think is, I guess, an opportunity there. L Captain's on an outlap. Few drivers on outlaps here. Let's go on board with TJ. I was impressed with the first lap. Let's see if he can hang on to it for another one here. Turn 7 now, 7/10 up on this time, so it doesn't look like an improvement here. We'll go to Lataupe in the Haas, starting a lap here now. Let's see if he can close the gap to the championship leader. Oh, he clipped that curb, which you could do. You just got to be careful through the kink of hairpin of turn 3. This is a nice little straight curve, you can kind of say. But into a nice high-speed section, very hard to fit extra cars through there. Another single line through here. Watch that curbing. Also, that curbing on the left can suck you outside of the track there. These curbs are very dangerous to use them too much, especially this inside one here. Can definitely spin you. Even on exit, on the throttle, could be hard as well. And especially, and another one, this one on the right here. That one you really have to use if you want to gain some time. Bats goes marginally improvement here with a 3.22. Lataupe, a little bit eager on the traction, I guess you can say. And that's going to hurt his momentum down to the straight. It doesn't look like an improvement for Pole. Yeah, he's 0.6 lower. As qualifying is over here. We got any about even matched on his personal best. Now he's a 10th slower. Coming down to the final sector. You can gain a lot in this final penultimate corner if you get the... Oh, there's F1 Racer. He's the other way. To the line, the Ferrari. Will he get into the 10s? No. TJ is going to bring it in to the pits. Just Jose. Round turn 14. To the line. P3. Dreamsy 2/10 up on the softs. He did have the mediums earlier on. Takes the shortest line to the straight start finish. Goes 4th. F1 Racer's just trying to get back. Lataupe, 3/10 slower. As you see, I don't know what he's doing over there. I don't think you could go backwards on track, could you? I think that's everybody. Where's Bam Bam? Bam Bam finished? He finished. There you go. He didn't want to hit anybody, that's all. Alright, so that's qualifying there. Bats Plus gets the pole position by 0.4 over Lataupe. And I guess Lataupe and Just Jose, those are the second and third quickest guys that we have tonight. They're going to be lining right up behind Bats Plus, as well as Dreamsy in the second row there. So it could still be a challenge for Bats. Anything could happen. I believe it's 36 laps around here. Is it 36? I think it's 36. Is it 36? It's 36. Yeah, we're 36. Yeah, TCR, we last ran here in Season 10. That was the first time we ran it here on F1 2020. We did not race it last season, and now we're returning. So the second time we're running it here. I do remember last time we ran here in Golden Class, it was a big wreck on the front straightaway. It made the biggest wrecks video, I do believe. If you there's a video on the channel from, I guess now 2 seasons ago. I think that involved Stanley and possibly Jippo, I believe. I don't know, but that's what I last remember from when we did this last in Golden Class. And it is a dry-looking racetrack. Although there's some clouds around, so you never know. A little bit of sun. Although that could be coming from my lamp over here. Let me turn this down. There we go. There it is. Yeah, it's still sunny. It's still sunny. Drivers loading in their setups, adjusting their fuel, getting it oh so perfect. I do think today is going to be a race of survival. I think it's going to be very hard for drivers to get to the end in this one. A lot of banked corners, a lot of tough curbs, grass and gravel traps right next to the track. High speed sections, do have some low speed as well. A tight track, hard to overtake, and I think that's going to create for a very difficult race. But yeah, if you're just joining us, we are here for the Golden Class for round number 13 of 15 for the Dutch Grand Prix in Season 12. I do thank everyone for joining in. We are live on the YouTube and Twitch. And it is just me here tonight, C-Free, so feel free to send some comments in, some questions on either platform. I'll try to reach out to them. It'll make this race and evening go by quick but fun as well. So hopefully everyone can get a drink, a snack, sit back and relax for a nice race. Bax Plus can win the championship here tonight. He's starting from pole position, so he's going to have the best chance to do it. As we start the formation lap, you know what that means. Top 3 predictions, write that in the comments down below. And we need them now before this lap starts, because otherwise they don't count. You got to put your bets in now. So that's why I'm going to take my bets first. We're going to go, once we get ourselves situated here, I'm going to go with Bax Plus. Why not? Championship leader. 2 guys right behind him didn't show up. They're pretty much giving it to him. Bax knows what he's going to do. I do believe he won last week. Oh, no, he didn't. Did he? No, he didn't. Last week was Captain Blade. Well, it's 2 weeks now. Because of our off week. So, yeah. Bax Plus won in Brazil. He won the 2 feature races there. So, I'm going to go with Bax Plus. I think he gets it done here today. As far as podium, I'm going to put... Let's put Dreamsy for second. And Bam Bam. Ooh, I don't know about Bam Bam. We'll put God Any for third. Latope and Just Jose, I don't know. They've been a little sketchy, so I'm not going to put money on them. So we'll put Dreamsy in second. We'll put God Any in third. I think that's what I said. And yeah, that's going to round out. So we got the top 11 on soft tires, and the bottom 2, STX and Jones, are on mediums. I think that'll help them out a little bit because they're starting right outside the points. They don't have to overtake many drivers here tonight, so I think that strategy can work out very nicely if they can stay out of trouble. We're going to ride on board with the Red Bull of Dreamsy. We get a good opportunity and a good view to see the front row and see the start here for Golden Class. Round number 13, Dutch Grand Prix here in TCR. Let's go racing. Latope gets a nice start, but Bats can cover it off. It's going to be following 1 through 4 single file. But Godin, going to try around the outside. He's going to run out of room. It's going to allow Bam Bam to slot in behind, and you can see that mess of, as we come through turn 3 of the banked corner, Captain Blade's going to get the traction around the outside of F1 Racer. That's a good move there, starting from a few positions down, already gaining on the opening lap. We forgot about Captain. Don't count him out just yet. He's got the speed to do it. And it's 36 laps, so we have to be patient here. STX already to 9th on that medium tire. Captain Blade looking for a move on Bam Bam. Will he go down the inside here? Into 13, I believe. 11, my bad. Bam Bam holds it off, though, defending. And he should have an opportunity here on the straightaway. Looks like Captain's just a little bit more confident through these corners. Bam Bam's still trying to find that grip. But he's pretty close enough here on the front stretch. We have an... Yep, F1 Racer returns to that wall. But I think he'll be able to keep on going. Okay, let's see Captain around the outside here. This is such a fun corner, especially out on the exit. Grab all that traction. You can maybe, if you're close enough, line up a move, but it's very difficult here because it's just a single line, a very slight lift or tap of the brakes depending on your fuel load. Another single file corner here, and Bam Bam not doing too much. Captain's looking for a move here. I think he's got to go for it. Yeah, Bam Bam's not really lined up in these corners. He just looks very tentative around, which I would be too. Get your footing a little bit settled here. Captain side by side. But Bam Bam, he never gives it up easy. Nice racing through here, and to the penultimate corner. Captain's going to get the preferred line, and I think he'll have it with no DRS still disabled. Backed out in front a second clear out of that DRS on Latope, as it's now enabled for the following go-around. Oh! Counter steer. Oh! Bam Bam might have gotten hit. I didn't realize they were very close behind. They were very close behind. We have STX, the Bam Bam's teammate for the day, as he's reserving from Silver. He's already up to 8th on those medium tire. There might have been contact between the Ferrari and the Mercedes. We have some problems with F1 Racer and Jones on the opening laps. Some spins. Looks like a new wing for Jones. Look at STX. Look at it. He's pushing Bam Bam through this corner. Now with the DRS, STX should have this move. Bam Bam likes to use his battery, but not in this case. STX, Mercedes on Mercedes. Mercedes of STX gets it. TJ now looking on the Ferrari. He looked quick in qualifying. There might have been a problem why he's all the way 10th. I think he did start higher up in this race. But I think he's got some speed to do it here. He's got a great opportunity for some points. fire up. It doesn't get the line quite right. Allows TJ to roll on in. Now it's vice versa. TJ barely gets DRS. That'll gain him just a little bit on that very short straightaway. As we go back up front, it is Bats plus a second and a half. Just Jose was able to get past Latope while we were battling, looking at the battle between STX and Bam Bam the previous lap. Looks like Jose has some pace, a 13.2, closing in on Bats perhaps. He's going to pull along Latope for the ride. And it's been a season with Jose. I mean, he's been very quick throughout. Just very inconsistent. Some races himself, he's pulled himself out of the race. Others, it just so happened that he's been in the wrong place at the wrong time. And hey, that happens. But you could see the gap. You could see both drivers. Look, there's Bats in the distance. Yeah, and there's Jose. Once you can see your competitor, it makes it a whole lot easier to pull on in. But it still seems we got a 1.8, 1.7. Still very early on. Oh, we got a collision. TJ and Captain, El Captain. Jones speeding. He's in the pits for like a second time. And he's gonna call it quits. I don't blame him. Although it's so early on, not many drivers around. Could have had a great opportunity for some more points, but he's gonna call it there. El Captain, he should be pitting now. There was contact. We didn't really see it. TJ looks fine. F1 Racer looks fine. 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 Looking good. Oh, here we go. Captain Blade. He won his first race 2 weeks ago at Baku, his first race win in TCR and in the Golden Class after debuting at Singapore, which he claimed his first podium. So it was a podium debut with the third place. Dreamsy missing the apex there. Come around out of turn 12 to 13. Got any and Captain will have the DRS. Oh, he gets on that curb, slows all that momentum. Got any might have had to get out of the throttle a little bit. We might see a 3 wide here momentarily. No, Got any goes inside. Captain around the outside. This is going to be great. Ferrari gives him the room, a little bit of a tap from the Aston Martin, but that's going to be Captain with a double overtake. Very nice indeed. Up to 4th place. And I think he started 9th or 10th. Ooh. Oh, now Captain makes a mistake. He's going to open the door for Gotney, but it's a single lane through here. You can't go too wide. So that's what you call a crucial corner. Not that one, the one that Dreamsy messed up in. That's a crucial corner because that speed out of turn 13 gives you all that momentum through 14 and all the way down the front straight line. Captain, that mistake didn't really hinder him too much because he could kind of defend in that corner. So that was a crucial corner that Dreamsy messed up in, which is here. Riding that curb on the right side is going to lose all that momentum and ultimately give your, you lost 2 positions in that one corner. Captain made a similar mistake in another corner, but it didn't really impact him so much. So you really need to maximize turn 13 at this track, and you'll be all right. All the other corners you could be subpar in as far as defending, because it's very hard to overtake. But turn 13, you get a nice traction through there, you can defend and you can overtake as well. So now, lap 8, soft tires are going off a little bit. This is going to bring STX, the lead medium runner. Actually, the only medium runner left because Jones retired. He started this race on the mediums. Drivers all up ahead, still on those soft tires from the start of the race. Let's see the gap difference here. He did not have DRS down the front straightaway, so he's marginally out from Captain Blade. It's going to give Dreamsy a little bit more of an advantage. There is that other DRS zone between turns 10 and 11, but it's very short. This straightaway is actually kind of longer. You don't get much of a slipstream, I guess you can say, but it's a higher speed, maybe more impact. Nailing these high speed bits. You can gain a lot of speed through here. You're really putting a lot of stress on these tires. I don't know from personal experience, at least on this game, about the tire temps and the setup, if the front left or right has anything to do with that section. Probably not. I know when I raced in Brazil at the GP a few weeks ago, it was a problem, the front right at Brazil. But you dial in that setup and you're good to go. So I wonder if the drivers had to realize that when setting their car up this week. But Godany 4/10. Godany's going to come to the pits. That's smart because he would have gotten overtaken anyway. But it's not smart to speed. You always want to watch your speed. So he just played himself right there. Oh, we got a battery low. Here, hold up. Let me see if I could. Momentarily, this might switch screens. Oh, this one's no good either. So we got STX on Dreamsy down to 11 in this chicane, but Dreamsy's gonna hold on ahead. It's the preferred line. This happens every time when I commentate. My controller here, I apologize. But STX down with the DRS. Gets it into turn 1. Dreamsy slotting in on behind. And the mediums are starting to come into play. That's starting to favor STX. I believe he won last night in the silver class. Let me make sure that's right, because I don't want to just throw a stat out there and not make sure it's not right. Let me see who won last night. Yeah, it was STX who got the win last night over Sir Charles in the closing laps as well. It was very close, all the way up until the end. I think it was between a half a second between the two drivers. Has Captain now on the back of Latote. Let's see if any drivers pit here. I'm going to go on board with Bats. He's the leader. Does he pit now to defend off the undercut? No. Jose stays out. Latote is under pressure from Captain. Does Latote pit? I think he should, but he's going to stay out. Captain with the, oh, I mean, just clearly around. He just goes the inside. He's low on battery, though, coming from the back of the grid. He had to use a lot to get to where he is right now. He's 4.5 off of Jose, and he still has a great opportunity to go out and win this race. Plenty of time to do it. TJ and Godany. Ooh, a little bit of contact. That spun TJ for a little half spin, able to catch on to it. we're on lap 12. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching, and keep in some comments rolling and questions if you have any. I'll definitely be happy to answer. As Bats Plus from the lead pits, and there's a yellow flag. Captain spun it. Oh no! Off the final corner. Oh, was it a puncture? No, it's not a puncture. It might have just been maybe the wear. I don't think he had it. Oh, we got another one. Dreamsy. Dreamsy is around. Oh, oh! Oh, what is going on? Oh, yeah, that was a bad rejoin. Dreamsy rejoined and didn't do it properly. Now he's got Captain around the outside. Man, this is dangerous. Look at TJ. Watch out for TJ. Let him get through at least. Oh. Yeah, he's got through. Yeah, very dangerous through there. I don't know what on my screen. Everything happened. I don't know what happened for them, but let's look at, yeah, Bam Bam's got a wing, or was it fire up? I mean, they're still moving. Jose now pits, so let's see, and Leteau pits. So the one extra lap is gonna hurt him. Bats should retain this. Oh, close on exit. Very close. A lot closer than I thought. And now he's in within a second in DRS. And Bats is behind STX, who did not pit, and he's on the medium tire from the start of this race. So this could be crucial in this race. That pit exchange just brought Jose right into the DRS, and now has an opportunity to pass Bats. This is probably a great opportunity for him. He's got one lap fresher tires. I don't know how much that will mean in the later stages of this race. Bats misses the entry a little bit. Jose knows this as well. He knows this could be a real opportunity. And STX, he is a aggressive defender, overtaker. He just won last night, so he knows what he's doing. This could be difficult. Bats is in the middle. Bats wants to overtake. He also wants to defend. Bats defends. He's trying to overtake. Ooh, it's a stalemate. Ooh, contact. And Bats gets it with some contact, so that is, oh, he's coming back at him. Very aggressive. See what I mean? But now Jose closing back in on Bats. Jose's got nothing to lose. Bats knows what's up for stake tonight. He just wants to clinch the championship and call it. Jose doesn't care. He's not winning the championship this year. He can grab a win, though. Be a little bit more aggressive than Bats might want him to be. With the DRS, he'll maybe not an overtake opportunity, but it'll definitely close on in. STX is outside of Jose's. Now through 13. This is the crucial corner I've been talking about. They both miss it. So it's going to equal out. But Jose, 3/10 behind. This is going to be close. Bats weaving for the slipstream. Jose's not using any battery here, so that's an even square game. Good stuff between these two. I mean, we've seen battles between Bats and Jose from the start of this season, all the way at Monza. And if you remember how that turned out, that ended in Jose into the wall. I don't know what the stewards decided on that. I think there was a no decision. "20 laps left here. in the Dutch Grand Prix. It's truly a two-horse race. It would have been three. Captain Blade was closing on in, but a late spin in this banked corner here gave him some wing damage and also a loss of time. Jose sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, goes around the outside of Bats Plus, squeezes him to the edge, both giving room, tie and tie. Jose gets it. Bats gives up the position. He had to yield. So now let's see the pace advantage on Jose. Is he going to the end on these tires? I do think so. I think the mediums can go all the way to the end. Now the condition of the tire, I'm not too sure. But like I said, it's very hard, or very easy, to lose it around here. And all those curbs, the high-speed sections, the gravel traps, the tight sections of corners. When you overtake, it's very tight. As we see Captain now on Bam Bam. Bam Bam's harvesting. Captain, nope, he's going to try it again. I think, you know, there's really no reason to overtake in another area other than turn 1 on the front straight. Here's the crucial corner. They both get it nicely. Bam Bam pits. He went 16 laps on those tires. 17. That is a long time on soft tires. Just Jose has 2 wins in the season. His last win was on round number 5, which was a great one to do it at. That was Monaco. It's now round number 13. Here comes Bats Plus. 2/10 the gap. So it's going to be... This could be a really nice race between these two. Very respectful when Jose got past Bats. Now let's see if it's the other way around. Now we got STX setting the fastest lap, overtaking Captain in the process. Bats Plus has he's got 4 wins. 2 of them come from those golden class Brazilian feature races. So I guess you can... Oh, there's a braking board out. STX climbed over the curb. It kind of, like I said, you get on that curb and it kind of throws you outside of the track a little bit. Captain's going to use his battery down to turn 1. And, ooh, very close to the gearbox of the Mercedes. But nothing going on just yet. STX just came out on soft tires. Captain on those hards. I'm surprised he's able to keep so close when STX just came out of the pits. I don't know if there's damage. Maybe he's not pushing to the extent. But Captain's doing a great job sticking with STX through this section where you really need a lot of grip. still within DRS, so let me go on board here. I mean, unless there was side pod damage, I don't see any on the front wing. That could be it. I know there was a few incidents earlier when Dreamsy came back on the track a little dangerous. I don't know if STX was in that conversation. But Captain's doing a really nice job sticking with STX. And he definitely is on the soft tire. I thought, you know, sometimes it's a graphic error, but no, not today. Ooh, nice little drift there. That's not the name of the game. Did he get outside? Oh, he's just in the deer. Oh, we gotta... Oh, Jose spun it and he botched it. He threw it away. And I think that was all by him. I don't think there was contact. Bats was about 6/10, 7/10 behind in that section, and Jose maybe hit a curb, maybe hit the grass on the exit, and he's going to come into the pits. Watch your speed. And he's going to have to get some new tires. He's going to opt for the mediums and a new front wing. He's going to take him out of contention. And that promotes Bats Plus to the lead. If he finishes here, he will be the Golden Class champion. And I believe he knows that. He's got a 9.3 second gap over Latope, who decided to go on the soft tires. So he'll have to pit again. Unless he does a Bam Bam and does 16, 17 laps on him. Even more, it'd be a lot more than that. Closest battle here, we got STX and Captain, still Jose within DRS of Fire Up after pitting. And, you know, Jose's had some bad luck throughout this season. A lot of it came by just wrong place at the wrong time, but I can't blame anyone but him in that situation. From what I saw, I didn't see anything, so but I Bats wasn't close enough to make a move there, so I think he just spun it on himself, and that's a him problem. He's gonna try and get Fire Up here. He kind of lets him go, or maybe he doesn't, but yeah, Jose back up to 6th. That's not what you want to see. Oh, we have another. Is this Bats? No, who is it? That's El Captain. All right, the blue got me all mixed up. Got Dreamsy and TJ into 2. This is a really nice corner. I feel like this is more banked in real life. I feel like the banking's not as high in the game, but that could just be a perception, whatever they call it. Dreamsy gets to 10th position. TJ can hold on here. He could still. He's going to the end. He could still get some nice points with 12 drivers left. Only half a second off of the points. So let's see what he could do. We got a Latope pitting. Comes out in P5. That means STX is probably going to have to pit again, because he's on the softs, 6 laps. Unless he goes to the end, he probably could. Maybe not. Maybe not. But that gives Bats Plus a 12.5 second lead. Godney Weeb, he's handling that penalty. I don't know if he served it yet. That was for speeding. And we've already seen a lot of mistakes from multiple drivers here today, whether it be speeding in the pits from God Any, Captain spinning it on the final corner, Jose spinning it just moments ago, Jones a few spins, F1 Racer a few spins. This track is very difficult. I think it kind of gets overseen. I don't know. Is that a hot take? Is this one of the more difficult tracks on the game? Especially this one too. You gotta have the setup correct. The back end can really just slip out, and it is the barrier. You're going right into the barrier at that point. The curbs around this track are very difficult. Not that you want to use any of them, like you don't want to use that one in that corner right there. So as long as you avoid them, it's good. As long as you're precise and you have nice precision. That's what we like to see. Precision. This one as well, on the inside, you don't really want to take that. We saw Dreamsy get up on that earlier on the race. That costed him 2 positions. Even this inside curb, you don't want to mount those. They're very tall. This one too, on the right side, they're not good. I think it's definitely need to avoid them. But STX now within DRS. Got 10 laps left. He's got 8 laps on these softs, so that's going to put him around 18 laps on the soft tire. He's going to be struggling at the end of the race. He's definitely not going to hold on to this, but if he pits, he's going to lose a lot more positions than he would. So I'm not too sure if he pits now and puts softs on. That's probably what I would do. Because we saw how slow Bam Bam was on those 16, 17 lap old tires at the end of the stint. A lot of mistakes as well, because the tires are really stressed at that point. So do you split the stage here? That's a NASCAR term. Do you split the stage? Do you pit? Does STX pit here? God Any's gonna pit. Okay, so that maybe changes a few things. Now let's see the gap. Captain. So if STX were to pit, I mean that's gonna put him. I mean, let's look at where God Any came out. He's going to come out behind his teammate, maybe behind F1 Race with the Haas. Yeah, there's the Haas. Yeah. So if STX pits now, he's going to come out behind God Any Weeb in 8th position in front of Bam Bam. If he stays out, he could possibly get a top 5 or a potential podium. But those tires at the end are going to be really stressed. It's what you call a dilemma. I'd probably stay out. I'd say screw it. I'd stay out and say if they pop, if they blow, they blow. I come in. But I'm not here to get 8th or 9th. I want a top 5. I want a podium. So I'd stay out. God Any on the fresh rubber, passing the Haas. Nice simple overtake there. We go back towards the front. Captain still a half a second under STX. If it's not this lap, it might be next lap. That was about 2/10 closing in all the way down to turn 1. STX is feeling the pressure. I've actually heard a lot of people are not actually they don't actually like this track. They don't favor it. From what I've heard since coming here this week, which is a little bit surprising. I feel like a lot of people, maybe they think that the racing's not the best, which I could agree with, but as far as a hot lap, I don't know if anyone watching, if they have any opinions, but I think the hot lap, it's great. I think a lot of the F1 tracks, hot laps are great. Even a Spain is kind of fun, but that's I mean, that's a push. That's a push limit right there. And we got El Captain. No, who is this? Is that Jose again? Oh, it's Jose again. Oh man. So yellow flag. Jose's gonna come in, probably put some softs on, get the fastest lap if he doesn't have it already. I think STX has it. He's retiring. See, that I don't like. I'm not a fan of. And, I mean, at least he did it in the pits, but I'm not a fan of quitting there. I don't like it. He had a pure opportunity at some points, even though it might not mean much to him, but, he definitely took himself out of this one, so you can't really blame anyone but himself. I think STX is just trying to defend here. He might hold on another lap. Captain knows this. I mean, he's on the hard tire. He knows STX is on the soft. Just give it a few more laps and that should come together. You got both Ferraris though very close. Fire Up following got any. Down to turn 1. Side by side, I like this. Through turn 2. Gotta be careful, Fire Up gets it. Down to turn 1, it's still STX holding on. Fire Up. These guys are battling. I like it. Fire Up goes defensive. What's that? 2 and a 12? What numbers we running? Got any in the number 2, followed by another 2. Well, someone's not using the correct number. But got any nice battle there. Able to overtake his teammate for 5th. Let's see how these two are in the championship together. It's got any Weep 76, Fire Up 72. So only 4 points separate the Ferrari drivers. That's almost a lot like real life too. I think in real life, Sainz and Leclerc, they've been I don't know, maybe in the championship, I think Leclerc's a little bit more ahead, but as far as pace and consistent matter, they've both been, wherever one Ferrari is, the other one is pretty much right behind. At least as of late. We'll see how it is in the new Jeddah track for the real F1 upcoming. I was able to get a chance to actually race the Jetta in some 5-lappers throughout the league last week, and I gotta say, it is a fun track. I criticized it just by the looks of it, by some footage. I'm like, nah, this isn't it. They messed, like, what are they doing here? Gotta say, I've had so much fun at that track. The speed you get towards the end of that lap, and we'll get an opportunity to race it next season in TCR for season 13. But it's just stupid. the speed you're getting at the end with DRS battery slipstream, it's stupid. And I love it because of that. So it's going to set up league racing very interesting next season for us in TCR. But also we get a chance to see it in real life this weekend. So it's going to be great. Latope, DRS, overtaking Captain. Captain's going to use some battery. He's going to try to overtake STX in the first corner around the outside. STX goes deep. And it's still going to be all remaining, all in order for another lap unless something happens here in the middle sector. Everyone's very close, 2/10, and they're all on different tires. This is what they really envisioned when they had 3 tires. Implementing, where you can open up the strategy. We haven't really seen that much because the hards just haven't really been a thing on this game, but on this track you can see a few drivers opting for them, and Captain's really making them work. For most of the races it's only been the soft or medium tire, and that usually will get you to the end of the race. But we see STX on old softs, Captain on 20-lap old hards, and Latope on the freshest tires at 9 laps on the medium. So we have the slowest, slower, and slow. Captain looking for a move. Oh, he moves under the braking. He cuts off Latope. I don't think there was any damage. If anything, it's minor, but that could have been a big crash. STX is holding on. He really listened to me, staying out. But look at his battery light flashing. He's harvesting. He is harvesting. Latope's pushing Captain. Captain's got a bunch of battery though. But Latope's going to go to the inside and half-hearted move, and it spun him around. And, yeah, a little too early, a little too eager. And that's going to take him out. And Captain left enough space in that corner. That was Latope's fault, in my opinion, from just watching it. But coming out of the crucial corner, Captain's going to dump his battery. And this is going to be an Aston Martin into second, STX in third. And in moments' time, you'll see Captain dump it. And this is a no contest, even on this shorter straight. Yeah, Captain up into second place. Nicely timed there. Oh. What are we... Oh, STX was going so slow through these corners. I thought he had a puncture. Although it's been Bats Plus's season in the Williams car, he'll pick up his 5th win and the Golden Class Champion of Season 12. Bats Plus claims it here tonight in the Dutch Grand Prix. What a way to do it. And he gets the fastest lap to do a slam dunk. And what a way to do it. 17 seconds over Captain Blade. He was no match tonight and in this season. He claimed it with 2 races left to go. He is your Golden Class Champion. Give some congratulations to Bats Plus in the comments for a terrific season. He was able to win both Brazilian features at the TCR Grand Prix week. Grabbed 2 other wins as well as tonight. That's 5 wins on the season. and we still have 2 races to go. And I'm sure all that hard work and time spent definitely paid off, and that's Bats Plus's championship season. Impressive. So we will hear from Bats Plus in a few moments' time. Leave some questions down below for your champion, newly crowned champion in TCR. I can't believe it. Another season, another driver crowned as he sticks up the #1. It's Captain Blade. Nice drive by him. We'll hear from him in a few moments' time, as well as STX, I do believe. If you ever wanted to see how Bats Plus looked, there he is. In game, of course. And he does claim the fastest lap as well, so slam and dunk. Those things are always nice when you do claim them. They're very nice to get the pole, the fast lap, and the win, and by some margins as well, so that's always great to do it. We will hear from your top 3 in moments time. Bear with me, and if you are heading out, please tune in for tomorrow's Platinum Class race, same time, same place tomorrow. And we have 2 more races left in this season, but other than that, we'll get our post-race interviews started in just a moment. Welcome, welcome. Before we get going, can someone invite STX to the party? You got him?
Yeah, I'll get him. Alright.
Nice. This is Seafreeze, by the way, not Chatty Duck.
Oh, there he is.
Alright, we'll start with STX as soon as he gets in here. Hopefully very soon.
TX didn't join the interview for the silver race. Don't think he'll join.
Oh, did he not? Okay, well, thanks for the heads up. I was trying to wait for it. Alright, so yeah, we'll go with Captain Blade. Aston Martin, you start at 11th, up to At a moment, I thought you had an opportunity to win the race. You took yourself out in the final corner, I believe. We didn't really catch the start of it. Talk us through the spin, and then pretty good recovery up to second place. So congrats on the podium.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great start. Started 11, and by turn 4, I believe I was already in P7. So, yeah, and then I started making up ground. Catched up to Bam Bam in front. Had a bit of a side-by-side with him. He really didn't want to give up that position easy. So, congrats to him. Now, one contact was made during side-by-side for basically half the lap. So congrats to him for that. And then I started catching up Latope, managed to overtake him. And then my tires just, I don't know, I think might have been the wear, and I was gonna pit that lap too. And I took the inside line, and I guess was just too much, and I think I might have turned the wheel a little too much, and just my rear stepped out. Luckily I didn't get any damage. I managed to kind of save it, but yeah, it lost me quite a lot of time. And then I think I was just trying to come back up the grid. I managed to overtake almost everyone, and then S12 on the soft. I knew he wasn't gonna be a contending for me towards the end of the race, but so I let him go, and I just try to stick with him. And yeah, and then on lap 20, I realized that I needed to save fuel, or else I wouldn't finish the race. I finished the race with, I think, was like 0.04 of fuel. That's the only reason why I was just sticking behind STX, just using the DRS so I can lift off in a lot of corners and save a lot of fuel. So yeah, had to save quite a lot of fuel, but anyways, it was quite fun. Managed
Awesome.
to get myself up to P2.
In the last lap, I saw you had a lot of battery left. Were you trying to save a lot just to dump it on the last
Oh no, I was
straightaway
just, I mean, just me. That was just for me trying to save fuel. You know, I mean, being behind STX and his DRS and lifting off like 50 meters before the braking point saves you quite a lot of saves you quite a lot of ERS. And yeah, then I realized that I could go for fastest lap when I got purple sector 1, but then on purple sector 2 I just wasn't. I'm in 3 around that banked corner. For some reason, after I had that spin, my car was just like very loose on the rear. I think I might have had slightly floor damage that Jeff wouldn't tell me or something, but the car definitely felt different after that spin, but wasn't really anything that would change except on the last corner. But could have gotten ERS for slightly. I mean, could have gotten the fastest lap, but yeah.
Yeah, it was just marginally.
I was practicing with Bats Plus, and I told him I would get back to P2, and he said that I wouldn't. So
He said, "You're right."
Well, I said that unless everyone crashes out, you won't. But
yeah, but they didn't crash out.
I mean, they practically did. That's debatable.
But then I also crashed out, kind of, basically, so
Well,
kind of cancels it out.
I think almost every driver had an issue tonight, besides Bats.
yeah, I think a lot of guys spun in front of me. I think there were 4 of them. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, well, actually, Bats, let's go to you. You are the Season 12 Golden Class Champion, clinching it tonight with 2 rounds left to go. I mean, Silent and Charters made it a little easier for you from not showing for 1 or 2 races recently. But nonetheless, I think it's your 5th win on record. How do you feel claiming the championship? And is there any sense of accomplishment there, or does that change your mindset for the final 2? And talk us through your slam dunk today. You got everything checked up on the board.
Well, I mean, it's pretty cool to win, obviously. But I mean, even if I didn't, it wouldn't really make that much difference to me. Like, I just pretty much play the game to have fun. So, yeah, it's definitely a bonus to win. And then the next couple races, I mean, I don't even remember what tracks they are.
It's Mexico, then U.S.
I don't know. Maybe I'll try some different stuff, like with the car setup or something, to see if I can drive a faster one or something. And those two tracks are pretty tough, so it's probably a good time to try it. But I mean, today I just tried not to crash, basically. So when Jose was right behind me after the pit stops, I kind of just didn't really fight it that hard, and I needed to save fuel as well. Even though I overfueled the car by a lap and a half, I still thought it was going to be close at the end, so I just stayed behind him, and then he crashed. So I just kind of slowed down a bit, and I think I was like a second or a second and a half off of the pace for the whole thing after he crashed. And then the last lap, I figured I'm up like 16 seconds, so I could try a little bit harder, and even if I spin, I could still win the race. But other than that, I mean, it's pretty uneventful. Except for the people spinning in front of me.
Well, yeah, Jose spun leading the race. Did you catch that? Did he clip a curb? Did he hit the grass or anything?
He just lost it.
Lost it, really?
Out of that corner. I was right behind him. And then STX spun in front of the pit exit, and I almost hit him. And El Capitan's also spun right in front of me. And there was someone else. But it was pretty neat.
And finalizing the championship here, we still have 2 left in the season. Take us through a few races that you've had this season. Do any stick out that maybe, I mean, wins are always, I guess, a sense of accomplishment and enjoyment, but are there any other wins or other races that stick out that you thought you really drove well in, that you enjoyed, and what were some difficult races, or what was like the most difficult thing throughout the season, I guess, if any?
I think maybe Britain and Austria was probably my best race, since I was the fastest one by a little bit, which isn't really that common. I'm usually like second or third fastest, but sometimes I'll just make less mistakes. But Austria, Britain, and even Bahrain, I finished 4th, but I still thought that was a really good race considering the safety car came out at a horrible time, and me and Silent were stuck at the back, I think 2 different times or something. So I had to overtake a lot of people, which I got a lot better at on this game compared to the last one. So those are the best ones, and then the rough ones were Japan with the game putting me on wet tires when I didn't want them, and China, I spun on a curb like an idiot and killed Jones and I think someone else.
Ooh, I remember that.
One, so that was the worst one.
All right, and I guess any final words for you summing up your season, and also, how do you take the championship now and do great things in Platinum?
Well, maybe I'll have a good race tomorrow. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, kind of just is what it is, and I just try my best to do a good job, and luckily I did it. It would have been better if Silent could have made more races and Chargers, and maybe there would have been like a better race at the top, because they would have had a lot of good finishes too.
Right.
Races they missed, but you can't really do anything about people's work schedules and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, definitely said it right there. I mean, yeah, Chargers, Silent, even Jose and Latope, the top 5, and with Captain coming in late into the season, the 6 of you have been really the quickest drivers, depending on the track. So yeah, it definitely depends on the attendance of a driver, but nonetheless, I think it would have been close, but I think the result might have been the same. I think it might have been the same. Depends if Silent, I think he came in a few races late as well, so maybe could have been different, because he is quite quick.
Yeah, I think he missed the first 2 or 3 races. But I gave all the points back anyway during
Yeah.
the season. So it was kind of a fair fight until today.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So yeah, that's
then, well, hopefully we can still win the constructors too, because I think that's
yeah.
gonna be close.
Yeah, it's Williams 206, McLaren didn't show, it's 197, Mercedes 177, only Bam Bam showed, so
it could still be close.
Yeah,
you never know.
And it's pretty much you versus the teams, right? I mean,
well, I mean Jones had a lot of crashes and stuff, but I think he's gotten a lot quicker since we started the season.
There you go. So he finished up strong.
I think he just like has a mistake or something, or like the car does something weird that he's not expecting, and then that's when he has the issue. So we'll try to figure it out with the setups and stuff for the next race.
Yeah, it definitely seems like you guys can get both championships. That would be nice for the Williams. But yeah, other than that, that's going to be it here for the Golden Class and tonight's race from the Dutch Grand Prix. That was Bats Plus claiming the championship in Season 12. With 2 races still left to go, the drivers are still fighting for the constructors is open. Other positions in the top 5 are open. Everyone is going for their own personal goals, and we still have 2 great races in Mexico and at COTA. So with that being said, it was a great race tonight. I'm surprised we didn't get any safety cars, but I don't think we needed it. I think it was a nice race. We saw some great battling here at the Netherlands, even though maybe it's not the most overtaking track, but nonetheless we worked with what we had tonight, and it was a great race. And tomorrow is the Platinum class, same time, same place, and we'll see you all there. Thank you all for watching on both platforms. Keep up the sharing and liking, and subscribe if you are new. Much appreciated all around. And check out the description for more information, especially on some Fanatec gear. If you're getting any of that for the holiday season, we have our affiliate link down below. You can use that to help support TCR. And other than that, thank you all for watching, and until then, we'll see you tomorrow for the Platinum class. And yeah. Till then, good night, everybody.